Oh, you're here. Huh. That's kinda awkward. Hello there, my fellow map enjoyers. Shenanigans, and welcome to Riding Clock EU4 guide. Today we play as Russia, and well, you beat Russia. At some point at least. You probably are just expecting some silly joke of me, but shame on you. I already turned myself into a virtual entity, and thus transcending that mortal necessity. Just kidding. Last week, I got in fact hacked by a Russian dude, and I almost lost my Steam account. And I don't want to give them more reasons, if you know what I mean. And if you ask yourself what this completely normal human being is doing in front of you, I'd recommend that you go watch my VTuber, but it's kinda cringe. And that's what you guys do love. You can't fool me. I know that much. And you ought to not get that just boring as the time goes. I'll be just sad in some state while I do expand a little bit. Please do subscribe. A lot of you guys really watch my videos over and over again and are not subscribed. And you know, I am your favorite Brazilian EU4 VTuber. I cannot not be your favorite if I the only one. At least I don't know anyone else. So without further ado, and before I continue myself, let's dive in. Muscovy in the recent patch, the domination patch, we do have our initial event here, the sandaiokaki. You can read the flavor text if you want, which means that basically that province here, Sarai, you get an insanely high tax modifier. In fact, 2 ducats per month until we, well, take that from them. And in the way that works is basically in the edict we need to pay a huge amount of money to the Great Horde, such as air in, well, that time period in history. Muscovy was not exactly that consolidated, and they are in fact yet a tributary of the Great Horde. I will go from my states and give the Patriarch the mana privilege, the clerical ministers in order to get some early patrial authority, religious diplomat that will help us a lot for vassals, clerical education because we do love reform progress, and a low religious delegation because the religious agenda, and a low religious delegation because the clergy agenda can be quite annoying sometimes. Later will be given to them both the religious culture and the enforced unit of faith. For the boyars, give the mana privilege, supremacy over the crown, and early serfdom because it's that all Russia is about, and I'll not give it any more privilege because we already start with 2 being the strong duchies and that system here that I will not even bother trying to pronounce. You guys already make fun of me because of that, and I don't think that is kind of rude of you. Shame on you. Shame on you. For the burghers, the mana privilege, I like to give right away the patronage of the arts, promote the burghers' bookkeeping, the burghers' financial demand, and allow the burghers' economic freedom. After all, their merchant power is quite nice. And the free enterprise because we are lacking a bit more of loyalty. For the Cossacks, give the Cossacks self-governance, they recruit Cossack leaders, legalize the Cossack raids. After all, who don't like a little bit of raiding? And because the Muscovites have a lot of manpower issue in the beginning, I will not be doing the manpower trick because that will only be hurting us. So I'll just summon that and choose the one that best suits me, and definitely not 9% of manpower. I'll be going for the burgers agenda, that is just a matter of improve the base production of Moscow a little bit, and I will be doing that anyway in order to spawn the institution when the Renaissance starts. So I'll be taking the agenda and not completing for at least 6 years. Sicilian, after all, zero crawler do hurt us a lot. Take the Burgo loans and recruit the Grand Company right in the border with Novgorod. I will be also moving my troops into the border because we want to declare on them right away. So in order to complete our mission and acquire our needed clans, we need to have first 10 admin per month and 80% of our frost limit. We already start by focus on admin, so we only recruit advisor, preferably a tax one or a yearly prestige. I will be going for the yearly prestige. For allies, we don't really need one, but you can start to improve relations with Bohemia. They can be useful against Poland later on. Of course, I did just... fuck. I did just lost my good general. You know, not even a month has passed yet and I lost them, but sure. And now that my grain company is already recruited and the 11th of December has already passed, I'll be completing my mission. And now we do have some decisions to make. The first one that will basically be the gold old Russia, again perma clans all around the place and that kind of shit. The second one, you're not getting any perma clans anymore, but instead of that, you'll be getting a extremely extremely powerful modifier that is 50% calculation cost, which I don't even need to say that, it's just busted, right? Alongside with some diplomats and cleanse bordering clans, and now we can claim entire states without even have the Russian Principality is now that modifier thing. We can cleanse entire states here. I will pick the second one, of course, because I'm not dumb. And now we can fabricate cleansing areas. So I will be right away declaring on Novgorod because they're the easiest target and I don't want them to get involved with any other nation. And if you already played their version, you might see that Denmark usually do love to conquer Novgorod for themselves, and I don't want to let them do that because, you know, it's my clay. My rivals, I'll be getting Novgorod and Denmark because Lithuania has got killed by Poland and I don't have a third possible rival. I'll declare for the conquest of a province that I can hold easily, like Trusrock here. Send my mercenary troops right to Novgorod and my manpower troops just close by. We don't want to engage them here. I'll be setting all my subjects to siege because that's the only subject interaction that really matter. And I'll be trying to set all of my armies in order to not let them go to my province, spread devastation like there is no tomorrow. And because I can see all of their army, what I will be doing here with my bigger stack is to go that way and carpet siege all the and with that they will probably be done. In the middle of the war, what you always recommend you do is to start build a spy network in your target. Will not only slowly give you some siege ability, but also aggressive expansion impact. And I have a full build spy network is the equal amount that have a justify war age ability, so it's pretty good stuff, believe me. And that's, lads, is how you end that man entire career. And that's here's what I talked about in the beginning. Whenever the elite come for the province modifier here, you need to pay the great Horde. Well, not that big, but definitely more than we want to pay them. So it is what it is. We'll be paying once, and after get the Novgorod land that we desperately need, we'll be going after them and get rid of the freaking modifier here. That was really quick and even so professionally, so nice. And with that, we even have the right amount of force score without even need to take the fort here. I know that this is not the peace deal that the mission wants us to do, but I really can't be bothered to fight Denmark in order to consolidate my land, and Novgorod will take at least 2 wars to be full annexed, so I'll be doing the old goal, get out of my land to Sweden and Norway. I won't be taking money because you'll be getting money when we form Russia, and right now I only need the land itself, so that will be for the peace deal and join. And that's a bit better, but I will be giving away to my vassals some of the province, and that's even better. That way we will not be falling that behind in admin tech. And now I will consolidate the Russian miners before going after the Great Horde. Tver and Ryazan are in fact allied to each other, and Odoyev are diplomatic isolated, but before let me just take care of some sticking peasants. And because I do have troops enough, I will be declaring also in Tver and co-belligerent Ryazan, and that way I will be fully consolidating the Russian lands, or at least the Russian miners, in just one go before going after the hordes. So and that's, lads, is how you do with the Russians. And of course you do need to pay the tribute again. Yeah, that is an event that will hurt us a lot, but it will pay off later. Basically, they have some events here related to the Muscovite Civil War. Our current ruler will need to go into exile, as well as our little boy here. We'll be getting a -1 to all mana power, so it's a moment that will hurt. And because our ruler has changed, we even got a stability hit. I don't think that is fair, but sure, to let me spend more of my precious enemy in order to not die for rebels. And for all new acquired state, remember, always make that a half state if not running government capacity issues. That will help us a little bit with economy and manpower as well, with no cost. And after improving a little bit, I can send a royal march to Bohemia, and as soon as the war is over, I'll be sending as well as alliance to them, and maybe later we'll be sandwiching the Poland-Lithuania. And with both of the capitals down, I will take in the full annexation, money, and I will not be picking any province for Ryazan because I don't want to spend diplo power with them. Even if that would give me a bit more money, I don't think that money is better than diplo. We'll put a little bit in order to cover that, but we'll be getting the Tver province to Rostov and only core the ones that belong to Ryazan. And the reason that the provinces are so expensive to be covered Horde is because they are part of our state. If you do really need to save up a little bit of admin, I do recommend that you unstate that province here before coring. That will make way cheaper. And with the developer that we just saved for the war, I'll be reducing the war exhaustion before coring the province. That will help us a little bit. And yoink. With that, we can finally give some province to Rostov. And what we'll start doing is to divert trade for some of my vassals because I'm really in need of money. And after consolidating the Russian miners, we complete the Consolidate Russia that will give the unifier of Russia to our ruler, which is not the rule that we will be keeping, so I'll not be clicking that yet, but basically will give us some national rights, some autonomy change, and boost to 10 Russian provinces with 1 manpower. And yeah, that is indeed way better. Holy, that's a god general. Huh. Give and take, right? Give and take. And with that, the rule of the meteor happens, and well, our last ruler finally come back. Huh. And now you are just two. Sure. Don't mind if I do. I like that. I like that a lot, in fact. I don't like that anymore. Please go away. Please don't even dare to pick. And now that my stinky poo-poo ruler is already in the throne once again, I'll be taking the Consolidate Russia mission that will give us some quite nice modifiers and a bit more of manpower that we do desperately need. I will be declaring the Great Horde without even have to take the mail stack. They do have a better quality troop than us because of the freaking modifier here. They have even a better economy at that stage of the game, but I don't want to fight them later. Don't really do have much to do here, that I'm just waiting. I will prefer like to fight them, but you don't need to do that. You can just wait to grab the formula tech. They don't have the institution in the beginning, so they're not going to grab the fort tech anytime soon, and with the tech advantage we will be able to win. Right now we are indeed in disadvantage against them, even because they are allied to Uzbek, but I don't care that much. And to be fair, I never take the Relentless Push East achievement. I'm not that much into achievements, to be fair, but holy, that's a cursed name placement. Hopefully when we do conquer the Great Horde, that will be a bit better. So that is just another reason to us to fight them, right dudes? I will declare for Tambov, basically trying to hold my ground while I do wait them to enter your nation, because we do have some not flat terrain province here. Yeah, massive Uzbek just here. And remember, whenever is the time that you're fighting a horde, don't split that much your army. Hordes have indeed a lot of damage to be dealt with, and they can easily wipe some minus stacks like my grand company here if they are alone. But if we do reinforce the battle, the chance of winning is probably at our side, because we do have the number advantage, and in a long-term battle, number advantage is all that really matters, and that is kind of the Russian mindset that you need to have. And just for that war here, I'll be saying all my subjects not to siege but to supportive, and tell them to attach to my mercenary army here, so they're less willing to get wiped their heads out. Yeah, see here, now instead of 9k army we have a lot of K armies. And whenever you see a horde dude trying to siege a non-flat terrain, rush them before they can leave, because that is just a throw-in, not even because of the numbers, but because of the negative modifier that they have flying a non-flat terrain. Yeah, because that is a smart move. Of course, a smart move. Totally I lost that. Fuck. Parts are broken, I kid in that game. Just kidding, the Great Horde reinforced out of nowhere, but now they are in the woods and all my army should be around here. And now the Renaissance just spawned, I'll be finally dropping my Diplo powers in Moscow, and that should give us some ducats to work. That was the event I was waiting. Okay, we gain free stability and some national rest and illegitimacy, so I'll gladly take that. And now we are eating smash the shit out of the Great Horde. Holy, that was a wipe. And because their war is hurting more than I want, I'll be taking an icon, the discipline and manpower one. Even started slacking recruitment, that is the new patch is a big difference. Instead of spawning troops out of nowhere, we'll be giving some manpower recovery speed, 100% to be precise. So right now we're recruiting troops like crazy. And because the AI is dumb, I am able to do that kind of movement. I score the Horde here and start baiting them around, to drag them into a fight that have the advantage. Bit by bit, we'll start by dismantling their army. And now that I'm going to take the 4 mule tech, I have an even greater advantage. We can even win some fights in flat-like terrain, because muscovy is a beast to be unleashed. Free manpower. Don't mind if I do. Now that I have the military attack, I'll try to grab another general and find that. Not gonna lie, but at least have a siege pit. All that we need for now. Holy, that was a quick. And with that, we can finally get rid of the Tartario. We're not complete the modifier here yet. We need to take the Sarai province, but we don't need to pay them anymore. I will be trying to alleviate their siege here if they don't take it 40%. Please don't take. Nah, they don't take it. So let's pray for the best. I think I will maybe take. I don't have a guild useful one here. I'll take the morale in order to have more morale than them. I should be have I have a really good morale advantage. So in discipline we are all even, but I do have way more morale, and if my dice rolls aren't that bad, I will probably win that. Oh, yeah, that was a rip. And that's a wrap. With that, Uzbek is even out of the war, so it's only me and you, Grid, but I will be taking Tambov and snake my way into Sarai and probably take some province here in order to no one else can take that province from me, because I am greedy bastard and I want that province. I can even beat them out already, so maybe instead of no, I will be going for that and some money, because I like money. Coalition is just a state of mind, you might already know that, and A is just a number, and I do like big numbers, really big numbers. With that, we complete another 4 missions, gain us some power projection and some power points, and for the powers that I just conquered here, I'll be released on Vassal, as namely Astrakhan. It's not even for the reconquest itself, but because I don't want to deal with Sunni province. They're just awful to convert, so I'll be giving for them some province like that and that and that, and even that you here I'll be keeping for sentimental reasons. That's the tale, and that is the tale of the 2 great hearts. Disgusting, I know, but not gonna lie, I already love the player map node. And when you do get enough relations and 10 years are already passed, you can start annexing your subjects. I do recommend that you do that right away. I know governing capacity can be an issue, but not for so long, because Russia is broken and we do want and needed our subject land in order to not only form Russia, they have some province that we want, but also get some missions here and there. And in order to help with that, you can later give the borders integration policy. I will not be giving that yet because I don't want the liberty desired, but the main reason here is because we're not be getting the diplomatic reputation by annexing subjects anymore, and that is kind of a big thing, because when you do annex a subject, you normally do need to wait a little bit of time in order to annex your next one because of the relations and the diplomat. So with that, you only get the relation here, and if you do annex a lot of them at the same time, we don't even need to bother about that. So you're saying to me that you're going to give me morale of arms and military costs for 25 years just because? On top of that, even some governing capacity. Of course, sure, twice for me, please. Of course, that is the great Horde hug box that I ever seen, is just in my muscovy guy. Bang. Oh, that is a blessed general once again, and even better, he's a real rare. And because I don't want to get that much time, just watch them get the tech, I'll be declaring no guy, because if I do declaring any other of them, Chagatai is indeed auto. Both of you did really ally both Uzbek and Chagatai. You gotta be kidding, right? So either way, I will need to fight the same hug box. Really wonderful. So I'll be going for the one that I think that will be easier to target, namely Nogai, because if I do break their alliance with both Uzbek and Chagatai with Kazan, I can just go after them later. So I'll be right away move all my troops here once again. I will not pay attention that much in the region here now, because it will be a really intense war. They have a lot of troops. If you do want, you can wait until you grab more technology, more military technology per se, because you'll be grabbing them earlier than them, and our military pips even scale better than the one that they have. So you can do that. You can depuss it, or you can be based and just conquer all the hordes for yourself in the early beginning of the game. Just about what you want to do in the end of the day. So let's get in. And just after standing in the capital and capped siege the hell of the great horde that already enabled me to white piece them, so it's already less troops that we need to fight and a shorter truce than we had before, and probably going after the Crimeans. Already they're fighting with the Ottomans, so if I just stand in the province, that should be done as well, maybe. After all, they do have a lot of major problems to be dealt with. I don't think that they are really that exciting in fight with that kind of fronts. And yeah, that's enough. Bye bye. See you later. And that's a wrap. Well, that is indeed awkward. I just realized that I can't reach Chagatai, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to fight them, because you know Uzbek is in the way. So yeah, and yeah, that sounds fair. You can come to my country, but I cannot come to yours. Sure, dude, sure. And because I am done, I forgot to give the 10 privilege for the integration policy, and that you hurt me a little bit. Yeah, hurt a little bit. What I'll be doing here is a risky movement, not gonna lie. I'll be taking another loan in order to pay my 1% loan and take new and bigger ones. But my mercenary stack here is just ability, so I'll be disbanding that and recruit another one, such as the Free Company and some strategies. Part of them is the max amount that we can go, so we'll be do. And I'm finally going to take the Keep Strategy, that will give you some manpower, lower our exhaustion a little bit, and give your strategy some infantry compatibility. So right now our army is pretty capable. What I'll be doing is in fact declaring in Kazan, and only in that way I'll be able to reach Chagatai, and only in that way I will be able to peace out Nogai. We are kinda screwed right now, but we'll be all independent wars. Nogai is pretty much dead, and Chagatai don't have any more troops, so it's not a bad move, because we are just about to grab the next military as well. And with my troops united and my vassal loyal once again, I will be finally declared in Kazan, and right away rush Chagatai, get them out of the war, rush for Uzbek, get them out of the war, and finally deal with the both of the hordes. And let's dive in. With some lucky rolls, we might able to grab their fort here before they can grab a lot of garrison. It's something that I've seen a lot this patch. Capital that have a fort, not only a capital fort, usually are not being paid. That one here was not even be paid. I don't think that is a fort. I think that they just built that. I don't see that coming, so I'll be rushing both of the ports. After that, it will be easy. And that's a hell lot of mans you have here, though, bro. Whoa, that was painful. At least our Stratsky are already get the job done. They have 10% more fire damage and 10% less fire damage received, on top of the infinite combat ability that we get for our Equip Stratsky, government mechanics. So with some lucky, that should be enough to get them out of the war, at least until they grab our siege. And with the bridge, that fort is definitely mine, and even a cheaper advisor. No, it's not cheaper. What the fuck I would choose that? Give me that, man. And with both forts down, we can finally deal with their troops. Holy, they did recruit a lot of troops, don't they? And for your first government reform, I strongly recommend that you pick the new one, because it's cool, and even government powers is really useful. Our government mechanics is really nice, and on top of that, that will drop the influence of the burst by 10%, basically our nobility, and make it easier for us to get rid of some really bad modifiers, such as that one here. And it's not the ideal peace deal, but it's a peace deal indeed. And now I only want to get out of the war So please, yeah, of course, that just happened. I forgot that Chagatai is also allied to Kazan for some reason. So yeah, cool, nice. Yeah, sure. Yeah, nice and done. Yeah, great of you. Great, really great. Can you please stop sucking ass for my first idea group? Because for some reason I have a lot of admin power just lying around. I'll be taking the religious idea because converting the Sunni province here will be a pen, and in the end of the mission tree you'll be getting the useful that is your permanency against all heretics and heathen. Just a really good idea group for Muscovy and Russia in general. I'll not be taking the first idea yet because I will only take it after I finish the wars here, but you start to work on that, and at least I got a bridge here, right? So you know what it means. Time to assault, and not even 1,000 years ago to take that fight. I'll just piss your out of the war by staying our capital. Chagatai, please don't ever talk to me again. Please don't ever blink to me again, and please don't ever breath close to me again. And also, stop being a dick and don't ally Uzbek anymore. Kazan, I don't care that much anymore, but I will fight Uzbek and I don't want to fight you. Please, don't do that. Don't do that yourself. And some money. Now it's time to get Uzbek out. And... say what about Russian attrition? And with that, we can finally piece Uzbek out of the war. I stay in the war a little bit longer in order to annul some treaties. I will be going for both Great Horde and Kazan because I don't like Kazan, and I don't want to fight both Kazan and Uzbek once again. And now I can finally make both of my peace deals. I'll be first doing the one with Kazan, and one of my advisors just died. At least he survived the entire war, right? And for Kazan, I'll be taking first the gold mine here, the annoying capital fort here, and some other province to make the borders a little bit better, because they're really awful right now. Yeah, that's better. That is almost beautiful. Coalition wise, I don't care about coalition, and with that we can even complete the subjugate Kazan mission that will give us a conquistador, some missionary stand, but on top of that, the most important thing, the clans around Nogai that will be gladly taken, because now the peace deal against Nogai will not cost us a lot of extra gas expansion and diplo power. So I'll be taking the Kazan province, and seeing that in my mission I need to have something. No, I just need to literally destroy the hordes. Okay, that's a kind of thematic mission, not gonna lie. So I think that we're going for pretty borders, and make border with Uzbek will be nice as well. From here I'll be taking only province in order to release Kazakh. Yeah, that will be that one here. And when I do conquer province for Uzbek, I'll be releasing also Sibir, and you see with Kazakh and Sibir, basically the entire of Uzbek is just a reconquer Sibir, and a little bit of money as well, because why not? And oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But they are at war with the Austrians, and I don't think that the war will be that easy for them, because Austria is indeed, yeah, the emperor, but that's a bit hungry. I wasn't paying attention, so I will be anyway taking all the province that I want. And that is a cursed name placement. Holy fuck, I want to go back. I can even complete the clan the steps already, but I don't wanna. It's a lot of cleansing, a lot of things, and I'm not really able to conquer that yet. So I'll be only manage my urban extension here by giving some province to Kazakh, releasing Kazakh. Now, in fact, I can release both of them. They will, yeah, okay, I can release both of them. I'll be getting a little bit over my diplo limit. Will be worth it. You'll see. Of course, pretty easy. And okay, that's funny. I will be concentrate some development here. That should bring me back to less than 100 expansion, which is alright. And now is the right time that we start to think about conquering Novgorod once again, because of course no rest for the wicked, and we do really want to conquer them before they are able to join any coalition, Great Horde as well. So it's kind of a warmongering path, but if you do take their modifier down here, it's a type of gameplay that we will aim in anyway. Is a lot of clans, but a lot of temporary clans, and we need to quickly grab them before they expire. So it is what it is, but it's the time of game that you choose to play, right? Now that we are out of the freaking war and with a boyers low enough, I'll be revoking that system here. We'll take one stability, some corruption, but we'll finally give back to us some reform progress. Even release another privilege slot that I will be using to get the boys in Officer Corps. Eating the tradition decay is really nice. And I will be also giving away the aristocratic consulars together with the clerical advisor console, and after I take some privilege for the burgers, I'm giving out the chief advisor privilege to them, because you know, chief advisors are really nice, but corruption not that much. And okay, that taking me quite some time, but I finally spawned the institution in my capital, and now I can even embrace them. And now that I finished my cars around here, I will finally full annex the Novgorodians. And that's it for the Novgorodians. Now it's getting a bit better. And roughly 20 years in the game, our position in the player map mode is already pretty decent. And now that our gold mine is already caught, I'll be full car then and dropping some diplo production here in order to go in some juice gold. And now I am finally able to reduce some of my autonomy. Have I ever told you guys that I do love money? And you know what is even better than money? Complete decimation of a horde. And that was easier than expected. For no guy, I'll be only another tweets with Shagatai. And for the Great Horde, a full annexation will do. Some money as well, please. And because I was kinda baited into pick religions because of enormous amount of admin power that I have at the time being, I will change my religious idea into a military one. Here we do have 3 really good options, namely defensive that will give you some really decent modifiers, such as that thing here, the regiment manpower usage, reinforced speed, attrition to enemies, and since we are already in Russia, you might know what that means. Offensive that will give us some really good generals, some less cost in your strategic unity, discipline, and even armor speed, even a bit more of land force limit and siege ability is a pretty decent idea. Or you can go for the full YOLO and pick my favorite one. Quantity is not needed. After all, we are the modern rush, but stay with me for a moment. Our second idea will be anyway religious. And religious quantity is extremely busted. Quantity just got once again buffed. It's not that bad anymore. It's 33% of both national manpower modifier and force limit. We have 33% of reinforced costs as well, some regiment costs and land maintenance modifier, as well as 25% of land attrition, which is massive because once again, Mother Russia. And on top of that, we got even more manpower recovery speed, which means that 1 million stack Russia is doable. Well, not exactly, but you probably should understand my point at that moment. And hold on, enjoy the feeling of just throwing infinite amounts of innocent peasants into your enemy until they give up. It is quite nice. I recommend. Pretty good stuff, you know? And that is kinda rude of you, so please get out of my land. Crimea was always a Russian play. And we just lost a bunch of clans that we get for first mission, but fear not, I think that I take all of them. No, just not the one that my vassal have, but don't matter at all. I'll be pushing to the east, and just after that start consolidating to the Baltic. We do have a fairly decent amount of influence here already, and I'll be getting even more after I integrate the Astrakhan, because I'll be setting all of this into my trade company. I just want to convert first if I can. So you're saying me that I am that big and can even ally the Emperor? Mind if I do? I think that the Otokos is going to have a bad game. Oh, that is bad. Oh, that is really bad. Fuck. Oh, that sucks, but I will declare use back for the reconquest of my vassal cars, and for some reason they are allied to Delhi. And for my first age objective, I will be taking, of course, the Justified War. And in order to open off the Patriarch slots, I will be getting rid of the religious delegation. In just a second, I will be also get rid of the clerical minister in order to grab both of the reinforced units of faith and religious culture. And that is already pretty nice patriarch authority. And luckily 20k for troops should be enough to deal with that stack here. And sure that you want to run away into my land? And because I'm holding a little bit with governing capacity, I will be giving to the Cossacks the Cossack land rights that will give me some more governing capacity to work on, and thus improve our situation a little bit more and make me able to take more clan. And that's it. All my initial vassals are already integrated. Now I won't need to integrate Astrakhan, and while later Sibir and Kazakh are already able to form Russia, I only need to, get the 10th admin tag. And for my second idea group, as I was saying, I'll be taking religions because religions as Muscovy/Russia is just broken, and they have even a great policy that will make our armies even more invincible. And just about was that enough to take the lands of my Sibir vassal, basically all the clans except for the capital, and some clans of the Kazakh, so just in a matter of one war, look how much we expanded. Basically, Uzbek is not going to feel that well anytime soon, and that is our player map mode for now. And now that we are already integrated all of our initial vassals, we can complete the subjects of Muscovy that will give us some diplo power and prestige, which is extremely useful. After all, I didn't grab not even a single diplo technology yet. Initial diplo tech is not that useful, and integrating our vassal is more. So it's a no-brainer here. But once I start to Horde with the unbalanced resource, now we start to get a little better. And because I think that is a good moment already, I'll be picking the Security Storm Leadership mission that will give me some reform progress, all state loyalty equilibrium, and some chase of National Fox called out, which is okay, I guess, but mainly for the loyalty and for the reform progress. And now, like I was saying, I'll be taking out the clerical minister and then give the religious culture that is extremely useful as Muscovy, as well as enforce unit of faith. Now we can finally start converting some progress, and when we do complete our religious idea, that will be get even better. And now for my final war of the guide, I'll be fine wearing Kazan and consolidate my homeland. So let's dive in. Should be a fairly easy war, after all we kinda beat the shit out of Chagatai a couple of times at that point. And of course you're going to make me pursue you for the entire of the Tartars. Right, please give up already. Just about to end your attack career though. Give up. And for your third military farm, if you're going for my build, I strongly recommend that you pick royal favorites. You'll give us some advisor costs with our roller culture, and you're going to have a lot of problems with our roller culture because of Siberia frontier, and that combined with the St. Basil Cathedral will be busted, and the influence reduction is quite nice as well. So that's it. I really like that reform, and that even get rid of one of our privileged supremacy over the crown. That is in fact a pretty good privilege. Don't get me wrong, but I was kind of going for a high risk, high reward setup here, which you do indeed get a lot of good modifiers, but if you don't play your cards correctly, you can start to struggle a little bit when you hit the age of absolutis. Because of the steps that are taken, that will not be a problem. And what is a problem indeed is this Chagatai. Oh, now they're willing to white peace, so it's not a problem, Nora. As for Kazan, for annexation will do pretty nice. And with that, our name placement is beautiful indeed. So I think that we'll be leaving the video here, kind of along that a little bit because of the name. It's pretty good. So isn't that a cutest muscovy that I ever have seen? No? Okay. Yeah. But we have indeed a quite powerful economic base. We are rocking with 40 ducats and a plus 10 balance with stop by paying for corruption that is kind of be killing because of the overextension, but overextension go away. Sometimes for the religion situation is not that good, but we are working on that. Our religious idea is already be filling up, so sooner than later that will be reach our 100% religious unity. We have indeed a quite decent problem, and our state setups is something that will be like just getting things away with time. I just did a quite powerful mid-game setup for Muscovy in order to let time pass by, start by getting away privilege and centralizing our nation a little bit more. Oh, I will even get some Groland back, because I can. We do have a massive army and indeed a quite good force limit, and that without even complete the grand ideas, we have a decent high manpower pool and our troop quality is not that bad either, so we can pretty much just declare on the Ottomans and they probably won't be able to keep with us because, and yet I know that for my rage objective I could be taking the transfer subject and just grab Sweden and Norway right away. But you have to keep in mind that we did in fact fall quite behind in deep technology, and because I did a mistake, it's a misplay per se. I forgot to give the privilege in the right time, so I got the deportation malus for 10 years, and thus grabbing Sweden will be suicide because Poland will probably ally our subjects, and our subjects together with Sweden and Poland, Lithuania will be too much to be deal with. So that being said, I probably will be rushing if I will conclude to play the campaign. I probably will be rushing and transfer subjecting fight with Denmark for Sweden, and after that Norway. If I'm not mistaken, they should be just in the range. Yeah, if they do reach to 100% war score, we can just yoink them in one war with the transfer subjecting. And after taking Sweden, I will go in after Norway because they are Norway and they have quite nice ideas, like they can colonize for us. The real world is quite nice, it is good, I like that, pretty good stuff. We are right in position to farm Russia, only need the admin tag, but you know, the video is already massive at that point and I don't want to prolong that even more. If you guys do want to see me farm Russia and, I don't know, making the Grand push easy, because I think that I don't have that yet. I'm not the achievement guy, thinking probably doing that in stream, so if you're interested, just, you know, say hi to me when I do stream. I have a schedule in the community tab of my YouTube channel, so please do come. I will appreciate that a lot. In fact, I do politely ask you to come to my stream, please. So as always, I'll be leaving the save file in my Discord server. You can always come to by just to say hi or, you know, download the file if you want. If you do enjoy the content, leave a subscription here and a like and your thoughts in the comment. And also, if you did like my model, I'm quite happy to have them. It's nice. I can jiggle my ears around. It's fun.
So we are here again, huh? Thank you guys for watching so far. Here another video do you enjoy. And if you come that far, subscribe. I mean, the button is literally there.